We called it the 5-year plan in year 1. In year 3, we renamed it when we're ready. In year 5, it became when things calmed down. In year 7, when we're more financially steady. The dream itself has never changed between us. The same destination, wearing different names. We've been faithful to the wanting of the thing, while quietly rescheduling the claims. I'm not angry at the renaming. I wanna say that the renaming is a form of still believing. But believing without moving is a comfort, and comfort is the thing that keeps us leaving the dream alone, untouched, renamed and waiting. All the plans we kept renaming, still the same plan, still the same destination in the drawer. All the plans we kept renaming never changed, just the year attached, nothing more. We are faithful to the wanting of the future. We just keep postponing the beginning date. All the plans we kept renaming are still ours, but renamed plans have a shelf life, and it's late. I know the plan by heart, I could recite it. The sequence of the things we said we'd do, I've recited it so many times in planning sessions that I sometimes can't tell the plan from the residue of the plan, the leftover shape of something we've committed to conceptually so long that the concept feels like the thing itself. It doesn't, but it's been how we've got along. Rename it one more time, but name it this time. Name it the year we actually go. Name it the season of the first real step. Name it the thing we've been too comfortable to know we're capable of doing. One action, not the whole plan, just one action. The smallest version of the thing we've dreamed. Book the appointment, buy the notebooks and the email. One concrete act that proves it isn't themed. Furniture in our imagination only. One action breaks the pattern of the named. One action says the plan is not a concept. One action, and it can't be renamed. What is the one thing? The smallest possible version of the thing we keep renaming, not the whole plan. One thing. Write it down, not on the phone, on paper, with a date. Today's date. Go. Name it the real name, the final name, the now name. This is the year. Name it that. My father didn't name things. God, he loved us, but love came through in labor, not in word. My grandfather before him, same construction, the feeling and the doing, never heard. Spoken, never landed in the language. Always in the fixed thing, always in the made. I come from a long line of loving through action, where the saying was the thing they were afraid. And I arrived into your arms with all of that. The archive of inherited silence intact. The distance wasn't mine, it came through bloodlines. And I am loving you against the fact of everything that was modeled in the making of me. Every generation sealed behind a jaw. I'm trying to speak a language my own body didn't learn until much after it had formed. Inherited distance, I'm not excusing, I'm explaining what I'm working to undo. Inherited distance, it runs in the lineage, and I am the first one trying to break through. The numbness is an absence, it's a pattern, a groove worn in the family by the years. Inherited distance, I'm learning new construction, speaking with my mouth instead of hammer, speaking clear or trying. I watched my father at my mother's hospital bed, and I saw him hold her hand, just hold it still. No words, but got the volume of the holding, the lifetime and the pressure of his will to keep her. And I understood him fully in that hospital room, the grammar of his love, the touch that said I cannot lose you never. somewhere between that hand and language, trying to have both the touch and the said. My father's love was real, it was enormous. I want his love in words, I want the thread of spoken and a shown, together woven. The inheritance kept but added to expand it. I wanna give you what my father gave my mother, in the sentence that he never quite commanded. Bear with me inside the inherited silence, not as permanence as the starting place. I'm actively dismantling good patterns that arrived before I had a name or face. Every time I say the thing instead of doing, I'm breaking something ancient in the bone. Every time I let the feeling have a sentence, I'm doing something my own blood has never known. And it's hard and it's slow and it's imperfect, and the silence still shows up when I am scared. But I am choosing you against the genealogy. I am choosing said instead of never dared. I love you out, out, out loud. Those 3 words, my grandfather never said them. My father once and then he died. I'm saying it now, out loud to your face. I love you. That's the inheritance I'm building. That's the one I leave. We had a compass in the early years between us, a direction we consulted every spring. North was the life we said we were building toward, and we would check the needle. Everything was pointing somewhere, intentional and forward. We made decisions with the cardinal in mind, but somewhere in the middle years of comfort, we set the compass down just for a time that stretched to seasons, stretched to habit, until the compass under all the rest became the thing we knew was in the drawer there, not the thing we used to find the west. The compass we stopped reading, it still works, still knows the north from south without our asking. The compass we stopped reading didn't break, it just grew quiet under everything we're masking. As a life, as a direction, as intention. When intention left the building long ago, the compass we stopped reading holds the answer to the question neither of us dares to know. Which way were we going, and do we still want there? I found it in the drawer on a Wednesday. Beneath the keys we copied and forgot. The needle swung to north without an apology. Still certain, still unwavering, still taut. And I stood there for a minute with the compass, remembering the north we said we'd reach. The version of us standing at that latitude was just a few good decisions out of reach. Not far, that's what surprised me with the reckoning. The north we left behind is not so gone. 3 choices and we feel the needle steady. 3 choices and we feel the pull to draw the onward motion. Give me your hand, let me show you what I'm holding. The compass from the drawer, the needle true. It still knows north, it never stopped to know, and it just needed us to take it out in view. The landscape from the place we actually are, not the place we told ourselves we'd be. The compass we stopped reading hasn't lied to us, it's waited, patient, for the day we'd see. We are not lost. Lost means the compass is broken. Ours works. We just stopped looking at it. So, north. Do we still want north? Tell me yes. Tell me we still want north. Compass in hand. we go tonight. We go tonight. We used to bring the world into the bedroom. Friends and books and arguments and news. The whole contested, difficult, alive world coming through the door and shaking loose. Something in us, something comfortable. Now the door is mostly closed and we remain two people in a room that only echoes our own voices coming back again and back and back, and each time slightly different. The way an echo distorts what it repeats, until the thing I said sounds like you're saying, and you're saying sounds like my retreats into a comfortable misremembering of who we are and what we've said and done. We are becoming each other's only reference, and reference without outside is undone. I love you, please hear that before the rest. I love the room we made, I love the we, but the room has gone from refuge into echo, and echo isn't the same as being free. The echo chamber of two, beautiful and closing. Two voices amplifying without new. The echo chamber of two. We've lost the outside, the messy contradicting of the view. I need someone to tell me I am wrong sometimes, someone who isn't you reflecting me. The echo chamber of two is just a mirror, and mirrors only give you back what they can see. I want the friction, I want the world brought in. Remember when you used to come home angry about something I never thought about, a point of view so outside of my own framework that it forced my whole interior reroute. Or when I'd read something at odds with our opinion and bring it in and watch you push it back. Those conversations that had actual weather, that it's someone winning, someone off the track. We've edited those out in the interest of the comfort. The world arrives but doesn't make it through, and so we've grown in the direction of agreement, an echo chamber perfectly for two. I'm not asking for the friction of two strangers, I'm asking for the contact with the wide, the world outside our echo that still challenges us. There's something from the outside to provide. Crack the window, let some weather in, not the storm, just the temperature of out. Let someone from the wide world tell us something we haven't already said without a doubt. Read me something I would disagree with, tell me where I'm wrong before I ask. The echo chamber of two is a kind of loving, but loving isn't meant to be a closed off task. Let the world come back inside the bedroom with all its thorny, difficult to life. The echo chamber of two becomes a marriage when outside and inside both survive. Open the window, let me hear the street, let me hear the argument of other lives. Let me bring it back to you, and you bring yours back to me. Two voices in the world, that's the sound I want, that's us. That's us. I know your face the way I know my breathing, without the need for attention or for thought. I could draw it in the dark with my eyes shuttered, every line and hollow where the light gets caught. The crease beside you left out when you're laughing, the way it draws it's when you're working through a thing. The particular depth of you on Sunday mornings, the shadow underneath your cheekbone, everything. I know it all, and that's the thing I'm saying, that knowing it all means I stopped seeing it. The face I love became the face I live with, and living with a face can bury it. I don't look at you the way I used to, with the hunger of a thing I haven't memorized. at you, the way I look at breathing, necessary, present, unrecognized. The habit of your face, that's what you've become. Not a vision, a familiar. The habit of your face, I see it every morning without the seeing. That's the killer, that's the quiet theft of long familiarity. I know you and I've stopped perceiving you. The habit of your face, I wanna break it. I wanna look at you the way I first looked through all the ordinary surface to the actual. The face beneath the face, I know by rote. I just did it on Tuesday, watched you reading, really watched the way a stranger might. The way the lamp caught on the angle of your thinking, the way you pulled your lower lip. A slight unconscious habit I have loved for years, but never noticed, God, I never noticed. I watched her face like I had never seen it, and found I had been missing the composite, the small expressions in the margin of a larger. The fleeting ones that last I had for breath. The face I thought I knew in full completion. There's rooms in it I've never entered yet. How many rooms, how many unexplored expressions have I walked past in the habit of the known? How much of you that's past my memorization? How much of you I haven't fully shown myself to see? Let me look at you tonight like something precious that I'm afraid of losing, which I am. Not the way I look at what I'm keeping, but the way I look at there were limits on the time I had. Let me be the stranger at the window, sees your face and can't believe the left. Let me break the habit of the knowing, and let the actual beauty of you interrupt. I'm looking now, really looking. There you actually are, God. How did I stop seeing you? There you are. They don't label the load-bearing walls and houses, not obviously, not where anyone can see. They look identical to all the other surfaces until the contractor arrives and tells you this one, me. That's how it happened, gradually, without announcement. I became the wall that holds the ceiling up. Not because I volunteered for the position, but because the weight arrived and I was up. And I am not complaining. God, I love this house, I love the life inside it, I love you. But the load-bearing wall is never thanked at dinner. It's just assumed and wearied and accrued. Every house has one, the wall that can't come down without the whole thing following in its wake. I didn't choose the choosing, it chose me, and I have carried it for both our sakes. The load-bearing wall doesn't get to rest between the loads, doesn't get a renovation, just more weight. The load-bearing wall is weary in the plaster. The load-bearing wall is reaching for the late acknowledgement, the seeing, the one moment where someone says, I know what you are holding. The load-bearing wall would like to be a window just once, just briefly open and beholding something other than the weight. I've watched you redecorate around my edges. New paint, new furniture, new light. The house keeps getting more beautiful beside me, and I keep holding it upright. I don't need credit every day, I wanna say that I knew the job when something in me took it on. But knowing the job and living in the knowing are different things across a decade long. And walls get tired, even load-bearing ones. The compression of the years accumulates. I'm not about to let the ceiling fall, I promise. But the wall would like to know that it awaits someone looking at its substance, not its surface. Come stand beside the wall, not lean against it. Just stand beside it, feel the weight it bears. Put your hand flat on the surface, feel the pressure, the invisible, enormous that is always there. And tell me, not because I need the rescue, I've held this long, I'll hold it longer still. Tell me I see you, I see what you are carrying, and I will help you carry it, I will. Let me take some of the load, not all of it, just enough to feel the difference in the spine. The load-bearing wall like a partner, not a house to hold, but a hand in mine. Still standing, still holding, but look at me, really look. I'm weary, and I need you to know it. That's all, just know it. I lost myself somewhere in the middle years. Not dramatically, not in a single moment. More like a tourist in a foreign city who takes a wrong turn and becomes a component of the crowd. Unlocated, still functioning, still eating, sleeping, showing up with grace. But somewhere in the city of myself, I stopped knowing how to find my face. And here's the thing about being lost inside yourself: the person who loves you cannot find you either. They knock on all the doors they used to open and get the whole, we never get the either version. The before or after, just the getting through the day of who I've been. The well-performing, functional, agreeable who is not me, who I'm circling within. And you deserve the actual, not the functional, the one who lives behind the pleasant face. I've been going the long way around myself, trying to find the self to bring back to this place. The long way around yourself, I've been traveling in the circumference of who I used to be. The long way around yourself, I keep passing landmarks that remind me of a more located me. And I know this disconnects me from your reaching. I know you're at the door and I'm not home. The long way around yourself is long and lonesome, and the worst part, you're the one who makes it known that I'm missing. You see it, and I'm grateful. You've been loving the hallway, let me say that. You've been showing up to what I've offered here. And the hallway isn't nothing, it kept us going through the years of me not being fully clear. But the hallway is not the room, and you know that, and I know that. And the knowing is the start of something, of the navigating back to the located present actual heart of me that exists. I know it exists. I've caught its signal in unguarded moments. The laugh that surprised me, the anger that arrived before I could edit it. The components of the actual breaking briefly through the surface. And I see your face light up when that occurs. You see me, the real one, for the second, and then I'm gone again into the blur. I am working on the circumference, hear me. I am walking the long way back with intent. Every landmark I pass gets me closer to the room inside myself I temporarily lent to the fog. Wait for me, I know it asks enormous patience to love the hallway while the room is lost. But I am closer than I was in autumn, and I'm finding, and I know the cost of your waiting. I am not ungrateful, I see what it requires of your love, to hold the door for someone everything I wanna be located for. I'm almost back. I know you can't see it yet, but I can feel the room from here. The actual room, the one where I live, the one where we live. I'm coming through the hallway. Stay at the door, stay at the door. I'm almost there. I can feel the handle. Wait for me, please. Wait. Handle in hand, door opening. I'm here. The actual me, finally here. Stay, I'm here, I'm back. I made it back. I borrowed optimism from the spring, when winter got too heavy for the mind. Told myself by April this gets better. Left the IOU and walked the line. And April came and I borrowed from the summer, and summer lent me some from fall. And fall said, take as much as you need, darling. And winter said, I've heard it all before. The optimism debt, I've been accruing it. Every quarter something brighter borrowed from my head. And now the lender's at the door this autumn and wants the hope back that I overspent. The optimism debt is due, and I am weary of the interest on the future I burned through. The optimism debt, I borrowed it to love you, to believe in us when us was hard to view. I don't regret a single borrowed quarter. Every loan was taken out for something real. But the optimism debt has a collection, and collection looks like being too tired to feel the hope. I've used it, God, I've used it all for you. The weariness of hope is its own category, not the weariness of grief or of defeat, but the weariness of someone who kept choosing bright when all the evidence said sleep. I kept the lights of optimism burning on a credit line I'm now too thin to hold. And I need to tell you not to frighten, to be honest. My reserves of bright are running cold. Not gone, I want you to hear the not gone clearly. There's still hope in the system, just depleted. The optimism that just means the spending has to match the income, has to be more honest. Lend me hope, lend me some from your reserves. I've been the one supplying it so long. Let me borrow from your optimism for a season while I build my own supply back strong. We've been lopsided in the hope department. You've been spending mine without a refill plan. The optimism debt is asking for a partnership, not just one of us carrying the can. I'm not losing faith in us. I want to be clear about that. I'm just tired. I've been the one who believed loudly for a long time. I need you to believe loudly for a while. Can you do that? Can you carry the optimism for a season? I'll carry the rest, just the bright part. You take the bright part, I'll recharge, I promise. Just take the bright part for now. You've got it, I know you've got it. Show me. There's a part of me that watches from the corner, while the rest of me goes through the daily act. The watching part is always calm, it's clinical. It takes the notes while I lose the track. A feeling the watcher doesn't feel it. Records, it catalogs the movements and the words. It sees me reach for you, sees your response, files everything correctly and observes. And for a long time I confused the watcher for the whole of me, the complete sum. But the watcher isn't living, it's attending, and attendance without living is the numb. The part that watches has kept immaculate records, every kindness logged, every grace archived. But the living part, the one that feels it happening, has been half suspended, half deprived. The part that watches sees you loving me completely, sees the whole of what we are intact. The part that watches knows the value of the real thing, but the part that's supposed to feel it can't interact with the beauty of it, can't receive it in the body, can only see it from the corner of the room. The part that watches is not who I wanna be. I want the living part out of the watching. And the bloom and the strangest thing, the watcher loves you too, in the only way the watching has available. It loves you in the records and the noticing and the faithful documentation of the valuable. Every time you brush my hair back, filed. Every time you held the heart adored. The watching part has loved you comprehensively, in the archive, in the catalog, adored. But adoration in the archive isn't living, and I've been watching my own love from the side. And I'm tired of the vantage of the witness. I wanna come down from the ceiling, step inside. The living part is in there, I can feel its edges pressing at the watcher's glass from in. I need the part that watches to step backward and let the part that's actual begin. Come out of the corner, leave the clipboard, stop pretending and start being in the room. The records are complete, the notes are thorough. Now let the one who lives inhabit the bloom of this, of us, of Tuesday in the kitchen, of the face I've cataloged but haven't touched, with the part of me that feels the touching fully. The living part, I've missed it, God, so much. I'm stepping out of the corner now. I'm putting down the clipboard. I'm coming into the room, into the actual room. Watch me, no, don't watch. Be here with me, I'm trying. I'm right here, I'm trying to be right here. The tide was high and beautiful between us once, the kind of water people stand and photograph. It covered all the rocks and all the mud flats, the whole exposed geology. It was enough to look impressive, and it was impressive. The high tide version of us was a sight, but tides go out and what remains uncovered is what the water hides in the full light. And we are at low tide. I wanna say it not as failure as the honest season's name. Low tide is where you see what you are made of before the ocean comes back in again. And what I see exposed at low tide, darling, is not a ruin, not a wasted ground. It's just the actual, the real terrain beneath us, the rocks and channels that were always on. Below the surface, what love looks like at low tide. Complicated, not the sweet, but the impressive wave and rush. What love looks like at low tide. Mud flat tender, two people in the actual. No fuss, no high water grandeur, no performance, just the ground beneath the ground we've always been. What love looks like at low tide is still love, just the weary, honest, unimpressive kind that's seen and chosen. And I choose it the low tide. I've been performing high tide, I confess it, summoning the water for the show. exhausting the reserve to look impressive, while the actual terrain was down below. And the actual terrain is good, I need to say that. Not broken, just exposed, just showing through. The rocks at low tide aren't the rocks of damage, they're the bedrock, they're the part of us that's true. So let me be at low tide with you, honestly. Let me show you where the mud flats are. Not a shame, as look at what we're made of. Not the water, but the actual seabed scar and beauty. Come walk the low tide line beside me, where the shells and stones and honest things appear. The things the high water covered and protected are the things that prove we've genuinely been here. High tide love is lovely, I don't argue, but a low tide love is what survives the year. The weary one, the actual, the exposed one that's still standing when the water disappears. This is us at low tide. Look at us, still here, still the bedrock. That's not nothing, that's everything. That's the foundation, that's what stays.